EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go, here in Baltimore. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Dell motioning over. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. In motion comes Walker. Jackson now to throw on first down. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. This one complete to Bryant. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Brown.
McCarthy's pass. Complete to Chase Brown. Gain of 8 yards. Third down.
3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Mitchell. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion comes Walker. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
On the ground, it's Brown. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The motion man here is Mitchell. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. You have a tight end motioning left here. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Complete to Zay Flowers. A gain of only a yard.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Ravens bring their punt team out as he's standing right around his own goal line. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to White. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now a 3rd and 2. The motion man here is Mitchell. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Colts will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Now Jackson. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Into space at the 45. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll get about 5. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. David Onyemata in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. A give up the middle for Mitchell. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll be 3rd down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
That's complete to all the tight ends. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The motion man here is Mitchell. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? From the gun, here's McCarthy. We'll drop this underneath to White. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. So, just a pair of field goals in that first half. It is 3-3 at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. He'll get that to all his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's McCarthy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Let's go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And the Colts will take a 6-3 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Dell motioning over. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Running is Mitchell. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now he'll air one out. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Catch made there, left side by Walker. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Report.
Jackson looking to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he'll take it on in. Take down. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the give, it's White. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Rachaad White out of the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Brown. He is in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Walker. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Omar, ready?
A give to Mitchell. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit up!
Now Mitchell. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard.
13. Shot.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught. It's Mitchell. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. At 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Second down, Jackson. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Off the play fake, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. In motion comes Walker. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this out wide. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Ready.
Again, it's Jackson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. Jackson up top again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's Brown. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Brown. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. A first down throw for Jackson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Dell motioning over. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush. and it will lead to a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 36. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
You